What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 2, Episode 10. If you don't know, now you know. So we get up into this. This is the finale. Now, baby, let me tell y'all something. Y'all have to tell me, girl, look up the preview on either YouTube or Hulu or whatever, baby. I didn't understand why it just didn't come on at the end of the episode. Maybe it was just for me. I don't know. But it didn't come on at the end of the episode. So hey, it is what it is. But I saw what it was supposed to be about. Anyway, let's just get up into it. Post Sam. Well, is it really poor Sam when Sam was given the opportunity to get the hell up out of New York and to save his life? But then again, I know Marvin was trying to be on a good foot. He trying to turn over slightly a new leaf, just slightly, because, he went to the anger management class and he fell for the teacher, Miss Renee, and got, okay, for something that was supposed to be meant for him, And so now he's like not trying to be so quick to anger, so quick to put somebody down. And so instead of doing what Rock told him to do, which was to take Sam out, he tried to put his ass on a bus and to take him, get out of the fucking New York. And he literally said, if I see you again, I'm putting you down. All right. And where he messed up at, honestly, where he messed up at was giving Sam that big wad of money. And I feel like he knew that this was going to happen because he even said, maybe I'm done for doing this. But Sam got his ass off that bus and Sam went to a goddamn crack house, okay? Sam went to one of those crack house and started, shooting up, smoking up or whatever, all that shit with some other homeboy that was next to him. Marvin came up in there and shot old boy, and then Sam was like, damn. Okay, listen, man, I'm gonna get out. I swear, I'm finna get on the bus right now. He was like, it's too late. The bus already gone, nigga. All right? And then he said, well, shit, man. If I'm finna go, let me get this last hit. I said, what? Baby, a crackhead ain't gonna tell you nothing. I said, wait a minute. He said, I want to go out high as hell. Okay, just high as hell. That'd be the last memory that I ever think. Okay, I said, fine. And it almost felt like Marvin was about to have a conscience and let him go again. Because I don't know what's really going on with Marvin. Like, is he about to turn over a new leaf? Or is he having like a, back and forth with his conscience and all of the stuff that he's been doing? Because we see that he's trying to be a good person to a certain extent in certain areas, like when it comes to jukebox and, his anger or whatever. But I feel like, I don't know, because he felt so bad. It's like, especially when you have old Kanan, the older Kanan, narrating and saying, I never took drugs. I never got into drugs like that because I don't want nothing to control me and anything like that. That just never was my thing. And so it felt like, damn, is Marvin having a conflict of conscience, like thinking about all the shit that we putting out there in the streets and getting these people hooked on them or whatever, looking at Sam's ass, because then, we get Sam backstory. He used to be an accountant, a CPA. He said, these niggas trusted me with their money. I had an office cubicle and everything, and at that moment in time, Marvin just said pop, okay? I was just like, wow. And he had tears in his eyes, you know what I'm saying? Because Sam was just like, you just never know what happened to your ass, get a hold of crack and it just fuck your whole life up. And knowing that you're supplying this shit to them, it's just like, wow. That's why I honestly could never be a drug dealer. I just never understood that. Like, I mean, I get it that you trying to, take care of your family or for your own, self or whatever. But, the consequences and seeing the people out here and people lives being messed up, I just couldn't have that on my heart. I couldn't have that on my heart. I couldn't have that on my conscience. Meanwhile, Speaking of Queen Pins want to happen, you know, Raquel want to be Griselda Blanca so bad, okay? She want to be the godmama of cocaine so bad, okay? Listen, we saw how that turned out. Mama got taken out the same way that she used to take other people out. But she lived to an older age, I will say that. She was like in her 60s. But anyway, I said, what's going on? Baby, Unique came up there with Royale, all right, and you know, he came there to have a little conversation with Rock at the little diner, and was just basically letting her know that, listen, Sal, he about to bring the choppers out, okay? Y'all about to get dusted. She said, that's cool. He gonna get dust. I'm gonna get some people probably gonna get dust on my side. It is what it is. This the name of the game, you know, and I'm pretty sure you done told him you know, where I'm at. And he was like, you know, that ain't what I do. I ain't finna be out here like a snitch. That ain't what I'm doing. And she was like, okay, so let me just let you know this. Once we win this shit, because we will win this shit, I'm about to be taking over the whole fucking world. I'm about to be worldwide. I said, we ambitious as fuck, Rock. All right, you know, we gotta have goals, okay? I said manifestation. But anyway, she was like, yeah, we about to take over and all this shit. So once we get Sal up out the picture, you can get your own little spot underneath me or whatever. He was like, you know what? That's cool and all, but I ain't the type of nigga that's gonna be working for another bitch. And, you know, not calling her a bitch, but a person, okay? Another person. I should say that. You know, and it was like, but me and Royale, we about to go out to greener pastures and, you know, set up shop some other place. She said, I mean, cool. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. Just don't let your shit interfere with my shit. And she was like, all right, cool, cool, cool. Baby, now remember, I don't know what episode it was, but I said, what if, I feel like I said this, what if Rock and Unique had a little thing? People in the comments, I don't want to see that, I don't want to see that. Why Unique gonna say, so you ain't ever had a thing for me, Rock? You know they say, you know, you be up at the water cooler, bumping heads or whatever. You be working so closely together, and then all of a sudden, shit unites and ignite with each other. I said it do be like that sometimes. You can't stand a motherfucker and come to find out you really like that bitch. You know, I was sitting here like, what's going on, Rocky? Your turn. She said, ain't no water cooler where I work at. All right. And no, it ain't finna go down. He was like, all right. The way that he kept on talking with that baby girl and all right, baby, and all that shit. I said, you know what? Joey Badass, you really kind of like problematic a little bit. You a little hoteppy, you know what I'm saying? But maybe I can look past. He had me questioning myself for a second. I said, wait a minute, Rock. At least give it a try. But did you notice when he left, he was like, all right, see you later, baby girl. Baby, Rock was sitting there and she had a little smirk on her face. I said, that shit made you feel good. Symphony to left. I mean, hey, do what you gotta do, Miss Rocky. Meanwhile, girl, we get into this motherfucker, goddamn Kanan and Famous. So Famous acting like ain't shit happened. Baby, you just dropped the body, okay? And you still out here, and how was you still up in this goddamn apartment and you ain't paid the rent? All right, he telling Kanan, listen, if you gonna be staying here, you gonna have to be putting in on the rent, okay? And he was like, cause you know, I can't do it by myself. Baby, Kanan said, what if we go back on the street selling stuff? And he said, I don't want to go back on the street, and what the fuck are we going to be selling? And was like, I'm going to get the shit from my mom's. And was like, your mom ain't finna get nothing. He was like, that don't matter, because that shit is mine. I said, see, Kanan, a lot of this shit, and if we go back to season 1, a lot of this shit started because Kanan was being Kanan, okay? Remember when he took old boy out and Rock didn't even tell him to? Rock was about to, you know, fix some shit and he done came and fucked the thing up. That's what it is. I said, now you finna jump into the supply as you've been doing, you know, probably get somebody else fucked up in the process because you up here trying to defy your mama because you can't stand the bitch right now. Understandable, but you got to think about everybody else that's running this operation and who can be casualties of this because of your ass, you know? Anyway, I said, you know what, famous, just go to jail right quick right now, and that'll solve all of your problems for the time being, okay? And I hope I said famous because that's what I'm talking about. And Kanan, I just need you to go to your daddy house. Go to your daddy house. Bond. Do what you gotta do. Meanwhile, baby, you got Corey, okay? He coming out of church. This the boy that took jukebox out, or I should say Laverne out, right? And Laverne was sitting on somebody's stoop, okay? Somebody's steps. I don't know, y'all call it stoops out there in New York. Baby, Harlem is coming back, and I can't wait for Harlem season 2 to come back. I think they added like Countess Vaughn and somebody else from the back gap that we loved. I can't remember, but baby, I can't wait. But no, she was standing out there, she was sitting out there, and she was very much jukebox, right? And so dude walked past, and he had his radio on, you know, his Walkman and all that shit, because that's what we had back in the day, Walkmans and shit. And so, you know, he had it up playing loud and shit, and she walked up behind him and pushed him. I said, yeah, get that motherfucker. What you about to do? I said, now hold on, Juke, you may act a little hard or whatever, but you still a woman, okay? This motherfucker could probably know how to fight. She said, I got this shit, and she showed me, yeah, I got this shit. Because basically, she said, you know, you fucked up for that shit that you did. It was like, you know what? Honestly, it wasn't even my goddamn fault. It was your mama's fault. She the one that told me to kick it to you, whatever, to see what was up with you. Because mama already, we this whole time we've been thinking, how the hell did Kenya know that Jukebox was a little gay? Well, it was like, girl, who told her that? You know, somebody said, it does remind them of what Marvin said. Oh, you probably got that from your mama's side of the family. You know, gay ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? I think he was just saying it out of hurt because he didn't understand it and he didn't know or whatever. And, you know, because, you know, when you can't explain something and you don't get it, you like to blame it on other people or other things. That's what I felt that it was. But, he said, I feel like she kind of figured something out.
I'm here.
Off. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I'm here. Girl, Siri. Anyway, he kind of figured something out. I feel like she kind of figured something out that was going on when, remember, she was walking down the street with her mama, and they had just went to the store, and old boy rolled up on her and was like, why you dressed like that and shit like that. I feel like she felt something like that. You know, she kind of had an inclination at the beginning, but then that kind of confirmed it a little bit. But then, you know, she set the whole date up with Corey, and Corey was calling her all type of the D word. I don't like saying that word. I only say it when you know, it comes, sometimes it slip out. You know what I'm saying? But people use it in such a derogatory way. I hate it. Lesbian dyke bitch. That's what he called her, basically. You know, and I was just like, fuck his ass up. And so they start fighting, okay? They start fighting or whatever. And once they start fighting, he tried to fight her because she didn't have the upper hand at one point. But then she said, let's go. What's up? And she, bam, bam. And he's swinging and missing. Mama was like, I said, come on, Matrix, bitch. She said, what you not gonna do is you not gonna fuck me up. I'm gonna fuck you up. And I mean, she beat his ass. She beat his ass till the cops came and broke it up. Okay? Had that motherfucking face bloody. I said, oh, you know, I'm not here for violence like that, but I was very much here for that. Say as you will, but I was. Meanwhile, Detective Burke asked, she went down there to one of the crack houses to see what Sam is. And people was like, first of all, the nigga ain't here. He probably down at the other spot. You know, they think they're a little bit better because they got a little bit of heat. And I knew that nigga wasn't shit because he could walking around with a wad of cash and he didn't want to shed nothing, okay? And she was like, what's the address? One of the crackheads said the address. They called her a bitch and was like, what type of fucking cop is you? You don't know what the address to the crack house is, okay? Get the fuck out of here, fucking cop. I said, why is these crackheads so goddamn hostile? Y'all got y'all little heat? What is going on? I said, oh my God. They was so pissed. I said, but it's Burke, so I understand. I understand. And then we get to Lou, right? Lou was at the studio and he had a whole bunch of letters that he was looking through, right? And one of them with the name Carver on it, like that was the name of the business. I don't know if it was the law firm or like an accounting firm or something. All I know was when he opened up the paper and he looked down, it said the account number is so and so and so and so, and then it was like the amount is $30,000 some dollars up in there. He was like, "What the fuck?" Now I'm trying to figure out at this moment, like, is that what the person owe, or is that what's supposed to be up in the account? Because remember, Crown did owe them Jamaicans $30,000, but I don't know if that got anything to do with it yet. And then Ziza come up in there. She was like, "Get me in the booth," because I wrote a song and I made me a beat. You know, it was like, "What? You wrote you a beat? You got you a beat or whatever?" Baby, he put the goddamn beat on, and I said, "What is this fake ass great value, real love, wanna be Mary J. Blige beat is this?" I said, "Okay, Ziza, I want her gone. She gotta go next. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Something about her just irritates me, and I just really need her off. Because Lou needs to get his head out of that. You know, somebody called her a fake Selena. Don't disrespect Selena like that, okay? Please don't. Hey, if y'all hear some stuff, I got the ceiling fan on because, girl, listen, Chicago don't know what the hell it want to be, okay? Like, for the past couple of weeks, it's been like 50 degree, 40 degree weather, and then yesterday it was like 70 something. Today it was 70 something. Tomorrow is about to be 70 something, almost 80 for the next few days. I said, "Girl, is fall here or fall taking a break for a minute? Which one is it?" So, you know, that's what you hear. And I want to turn the air on. I'm just going to turn the ceiling fan on. So, hey, it is what it is if y'all hear some stuff. But getting back up into the show. So we see Sal come in, right? You know, he pull up with his crew, and come to find out he out here in you know, New York, cause he from Jersey, he in New York, and he pulled up to this fish tank, you know, like aquarium, fish pet store or whatever, and it's by somebody else being run by this dude named Stefano, okay? Tony Zanza. I said, "Look at him. You know, it's long time no see, Mr. Tony. Is he a little problematic?" I don't want to say that, okay? I don't want to say that, so I'm going to just, you know, keep it cute, because it's a lot of people from back in the 80s turned out to be, you know, okay? But, he basically was up in there trying to see what was going on with this whole war that's about to happen, and, before Sal could even get it out to ask him if he gonna be a part of it, Stefano said, "Cut the shit out, okay? First of all, the Tootsie Roll bitch from Jamaica." I said, "What?" Okay, now let me tell you something. I feel so wrong and so bad for laughing at that. But, bitch, it caught me off guard. Ever since this season came on and the Italians truly came into play, there's been so many different phrases, racist phrases for black people that I have heard in this whole season that I have never heard before, okay? Tootsie Roll? Bitch, we Tootsie Rolls now? And then, you know, the darky. I said, "What the fuck?" Mind you, Raquel was calling them the salamis and these pasta eating motherfuckers. I said, I mean, I get that, but Tootsie Roll, bitch. Tootsie Roll, because it's dark. I said, wow. Wow, like the shit was just so fucking blatant back then, and it probably still is now. I just ain't been around nobody that's bold enough to say no shit like that to my face or let me overhear some shit like that. I said, "God damn." But Mr. Stefano said, "Keep me out the shit. I'm not in this. Y'all gonna have to settle that shit yourself, okay? She done already came to me before you done came to me, and it is what it is. Sorry about your son. Sorry about this, but hey, settle that shit on your own turf, okay? Leave your shit back over there. We take our trash to goddamn Jersey, and we leave that shit there." I said, "Ooh, spicy, Mr. Stefano." And said, "You know, she brought a little fish tank and some fishes and shit. Bitch, maybe you need to do something too." So, you know, of course, Sal had to buy something, okay? Meanwhile, let me tell you something, Kanan needs to get popped. I'm just sorry. At this point, I know that at a particular moment in time, which I wish they would speed up to. I mean, this cute and all get all this little background on Kanan when he was a teenager, whatever. But I need to get to when he an adult. I get, like, to be fair and to be honest, I feel like the first season should have been like, okay, Kanan as a child, as an adult, I mean, as a teenager, you know what I'm saying? And then we could have kind of sped it up just slightly to when he become like 19 years old, 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? Trying to really get into the street life, because at this point, this little motherfucker is out of control. Like, I know you got mommy issues, you got daddy issues, we all do. But baby, you can't be doing this up in the drug game, okay? You're getting everybody put on, you're putting people in danger, to be quite honest, and yourself, and he's just so bold with it these days, okay? He went up in there to the, into the Baisley building, okay, the projects where Marvin set up, and they got the drugs going out of the building, and instead of trying to hide like the last time we saw him sneak and put the drugs in the bag, he looked at old boy. He saw the 2 bags on the table. He looked at Marvin. He opened up his book bag and he put them bitches up in there. Marvin said, hold the fuck up, bruh. What you doing? It was like, I'm finna go out on the corner, I'm finna go sell these. It was like, did your mama know about this? Fuck my mama, I don't give a fuck. Plus, these shit's mine. I said, nigga, you ain't put in on this shit, okay? You reaping the benefits of what your mama and your people doing, okay? Your mama and your family doing. You ain't put in on nothing. And now all of a sudden it's yours. It's yours. At this point, Marvin wasn't going to let him go. Well, or I should say the dude at the door wasn't going to let him go. Marvin had to give him the go ahead. Let him go on out. Let him go on out. I said, Kanan, really? That's what's up? Meanwhile, rocking them. She had a little meeting with Lou and Marvin to let them know what was going on with Unique and everything. And they was like, Neek he only out for self, okay? So, of course that shit wasn't gonna happen with him, trying to link up for real and work with her. But at the same time, they're talking about we already got that the dude from Howard Beach, which is Stefano, he's not gonna get involved in it. We got our people coming in. Sal ain't gonna have nobody. I need y'all to go ahead, set the shit up, go ahead and do what you gotta do. At this point, Lou is a little concerned. Well, he's not really focused, because when they left out, Marvin also told Raquel what was going on with Kanan. Raquel said, I'll talk to his ass, okay? But Lou was a little just off, and you could just tell something wasn't right. So at this point, Raquel was questioning, you really trust Marvin? Remember, our little brother used to be all in and we could really trust him. It was like, I trust the nigga. I mean, he had my back or whatever when I needed it. So it's all to the good. Marvin went down to, not Marvin, but Lou went down to the goddamn bank. So Carver, on that letter, it was a bank, and it was an account, but it was a banking account, and somebody put $30,000 up in his account, right? Okay. Or his account went up to $30,000, something of the such. Either way, somebody done put some money up in his account that was not him. And so when he found out, basically, Camacho, aka Crown, aka Antoine, Antoine Williams, I think either Antoine Williams or Antoine Jackson. I said, Antoine. All right, Crown. You don't look like an Antoine, but okay. He basically sold some of his half of his business or whatever, 15% of his business to somebody else, to an investor. Come to find out that bitch was goddamn Raquel. Okay? Raquel got a little piece of his shit. And at this point, Lou is pissed. The banker was saying a whole bunch of shit, about how, okay, well, this part going to this, and if something happened to, Crown, this much going to the family. I said, girl, we don't care about that. We just want to know who else is on here that put this money up in this account. And it comes out to be Raquel. And I just said, child, Raquel got her hand in every damn thing. Meanwhile, Jukebox is getting out of jail, okay? And she was like, who sprung me out? It was like, I don't know, just get your ass out. Why the other people up in there, the other women, they pissed off. The old girl got up and she said, so when I'm getting out, he said, when you get somebody that care enough to get your ass out. So at this point, am I the only one who thought that it was Kenya that would have had sprung her? I really did for a slight second until Drew came out and we didn't see nobody. I thought the bitch that was coming up the steps when she was coming out the door was Kenya. At first, I thought it was going to be her, but it wasn't. I said, ooh, because ain't no telling what Drew probably would have did. Drew probably would have fucked her ass up too, and she would have went right back up in that cell. Okay? I said, not on the police steps. Damn, girl. But, meanwhile, it was actually Detective Burke. I said, girl, she basically doing her this so-called favor, talking about some, I'm gonna be your guardian angel and all this stuff. I said, baby, I ain't asked for that. Me and you, I'm just looking like, girl, what? We ain't asked for this. Just come out and say what it is that you want, okay? Like, she was like, I did you a favor before, and I did you a favor just now, but I need you to do me something. She was like, I mean, yeah, you did me a favor on everything, but what is it? You know, she just came on out. She was like, is Detective Howard your cousin Kanan's father? She said, is Detective Howard's my cousin's father? First you knew this and now you're asking this. And it's like, girl, Kanan daddy is Def Con. That's the reason why his last name is Stark. I said, I know that's right, Jukebox. You better not give shit away. Jukebox good, okay? Jukebox is good, all right? She know not to fucking give up nothing. And I was like, you know what? And you right. You did some shit for me. Cool. But let me tell you something. I'm going to give you a favor back. Okay? I'm going to return one of those favors. You need to look out for yourself because the people that you work with, them motherfuckers got a target on your goddamn back. That's who you need to be looking out for. I said, I know that's the fuck right. Had her sitting there, standing there looking stupid as fuck. I said, I just can't. Even when they found Sam up in the building, you know, and she was like, it was execution style. Malcolm was like, I don't think it was execution or whatever. And was like, you know, he was about to talk. He was about to talk and say who shot you or whatever. And he was like, well, he had already said who shot me, and it was a lie because he was high. And don't get me wrong, I like Sam too, because at one point, you know, he used to give me a lot of intel, but we also know you can't trust the crackhead, and sometimes they not even all the way there and be saying the right stuff. And was like, you know what, you just need to calm the fuck down and leave this shit alone. That's what you need to do. All right. At this point, I don't know if Burke knew that she was looking into him, but she knows now. Like, girl, you're doing way too fucking much, and then you're not even fucking doing it on the low. And people keep telling you so many times to stop. If more than one person is telling you to stop, baby, heed that shit and fucking stop. Because at this point in time, you're getting yourself in some deep shit. And if something happened to you, bitch, that's just gonna be on your ass. I don't know who the fuck you trying to prove some shit to. Why don't you go out there and fight real crime? I mean, Kanan did some fucked up shit, but he ain't do it on his own. His mama put him up to it. But bitch, if Howard ain't complaining about it, why are you still going this hard on it? I just don't get it. I really just don't get it. Like, why they make her character like this? And then she had to be lesbian. And I said, girl, how come you couldn't be the good lesbian that we root for? We root for. Baby, we wish you gone. Okay? Like, get your clitoris cut off. Let me not say that because that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. So then you get the detective, the other dude detective. He come over there trying to see what was going on with the Freddie case and talk to the next door neighbor. Remember the one that opened up that door? I feel like it was him. Mind you, dude who is an older gentleman, look like he could be at least 80 years old. He was acting like he ain't know what was going on. Like he ain't hear nothing. He ain't seen nothing. And dude was getting upset. Like, how you live right next door? You ain't hear nothing? He said, I can't remember. I said, maybe he telling the truth, or maybe he just said, my name is Bennett and my ass ain't in it. Go find somebody else. Either way, I understand, baby. I ain't trying to get involved in shit. You know, not at that age, okay? Meanwhile, Sal and his people, well, Sal people was outside, you know, just shooting the shit or whatever. Next thing you know, the chorus, the peoples, everybody's up in there, Raquel people, whatever, gluing them. They up in the cars, getting their gats ready and everything. They do a drive-by, you know, take out at least 3 of them, okay? And then Sal come out with a couple of more dudes, and then there was another dude that was out there already. They wait to start shooting after they roll off. I said, what? I said, oh shit, here we go. Baby, things ain't working out the way that Rock thought it was gonna work out. Rock thought this transition was gonna be smooth and everything. Now you got the Italians coming after you, and now you got yourself being played and cut the fuck out of shit that you done brought to the table. Baby, she done got Traymont's dude Abraham out of jail, got them gun charges dropped on his ass, took Cartier out for Traymont, thinking that Traymont is gonna come over and kick it with her. He said, no, baby, what I wanted you to do was to get rid of a middleman. And so I can go ahead and do my own thing. I'm not finna fuck around with your ass because you a middleman too. I said, damn. And then it get worse. Because he said, bitch, I done already got my own shit. Come the fuck to find out, he done went to Joaquin. Who is Joaquin? That's fucking Rock's supplier. That's Juliana's cousin, right? So basically, they didn't cut her out. When Rock went over there to see Joaquin, baby, I said, where the fuck was this Juliana at when she was up in that goddamn bodega getting her ass beat the fuck down by her husband? Where was the cousin at then? And how come the cousin didn't step in and do no shit? Now mama got all the goddamn power and everything. Because when Rockman came up in there, she done told them, bitch, we didn't cut your ass out. And it was my goddamn idea. Okay, I said, God damn, Juliana. And when you know, we ain't never really seen Rock shook. Rock was a little shook, bitch, okay? Because she ain't see this one coming. She was like, this ain't how you do no shit, okay? You know, your cousin just old. She's just pissed because of the whole thing about unique and all that shit. And she was like, I don't give a damn. It is what it is. And Joaquin barely said anything. And then when Rock left out of there, Joaquin said, she's dangerous. Juliana said, so am I. I said, oh shit, what is going on? Marvin had to tell Rock to get up out of there before they say some shit that they can't take back. Say or do shit that they can't take back. I said, oh my goodness. Meanwhile, you know, Kanan get his ass arrested. And when he get arrested, because, you know, he was out there. Mind you, Famous had already said, Rock say don't be on the corners. Of course, Kanan don't give a damn. So they out there doing their thing. Here come Burke driving up. You know, I said, get the fuck out, get the fuck out. Baby, Famous said, I already spent a couple of hours in jail. I don't need to spend no more. He went on ahead, got the stash, and ran. Kanan wound up getting caught up, right? Burke gonna put him in the handcuffs and all this shit because, you know, he ain't telling her what he want to tell her or what she wants. And at this point, I just don't understand how come nobody hasn't did anything to this lady. Because it's just irritating. She takes him to the spot where Howard got shot and said, so this is what you did it at, huh? This is where you shot Detective Howard. You found out that he was your father. He said, listen, bitch, DEFCON is my father. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. It was like, I know how it is. You know, your mama, you know, used to be his undercover CI or whatever. And then they develop a relationship and then you came about. And I'm pretty sure you don't want nobody to know that you a cop kid or that your mama was a snitch. I said, you got two things in that sentence that we don't need to hear about. A snitch and a cop kid in the streets, okay? I said, oh no. Kanan said, you know what? You motherfucking cops always do this shit, trying to make some shit up, whatever, trying to, you know, make it so that we'll trip up and say some stuff that ain't even true, okay? Bitch, at one particular point, Kanan said, I'm not giving you whatever the hell it is that you think I'm supposed to give you. And so Burke got a little pissed off. And then she tried to, you know, handcuff his ass. He said, boom, bum rushed her ass and knocks her ass down on the floor. I said, God damn it, Kanan. You know, she about to say that's assault. She was just laying on there like this. I said, you big and bad, get your ass up and go tackle him since you want to do all this shit. And he was like, damn. She said, I know where to find you, Kanan, because he ran off. I said, girl, leave that boy alone. Leave that boy alone because I was found a fucking lawsuit talking about your ass is harassing me. Your ass is harassing me, and then you gonna bring a little bit more embarrassment to the goddamn police department. They already don't fuck with you. And speaking of, Nicole, daddy sitting down there with Jukebox. The Jukebox had asked him to come, have a little sit down. And basically, he was just like, I understand the reason why you up here talking. You don't want to talk to the cops. I know how the cops are, especially in your neighborhood, and how they treat your people, people like you, the underprivileged and all that shit, black people, okay? And she was like, I just need to tell you that, whatever you saying and whatever they are telling you about Detective Burke is not right. And it was like, I mean, I understand what's going on, but you don't got to protect her no more. You ain't got to protect her. She was like, no, bruh, listen to me. Nicole did not get any drugs from Detective Burke. She did not do anything to us. Nicole got them drugs out my bag, and I did not know that she took them. And I just want you to know that, and I'm sorry. And she got up and left. Now, I really hope that this does not make him change his viewpoint of her, because it really wasn't her fault, and it's okay that, I mean, she's already living with the guilt of it, and so we got that clear for right now. Meanwhile, Marvin had came home and he heard some stuff. Mind you, he laid out on the couch. He heard some footsteps or whatever, stomping or whatever. Girl, he pulled the gat out thinking somebody was up in the crib, and it wasn't nobody but Jukebox. Jukebox moving back home. I said, oh, that's cute or whatever. I mean, on the one hand, if it was personally me, I cut off all type of goddamn communications after, what happened. But in this case, I understand because, Jukebox been through some traumatic ass shit, and at least he trying. I don't know if I could do some shit like that, but at least she trying. So, for the sake of the show, it's cool that they getting back together or whatever. Because at this point, baby, they gonna need each other. And I'm talking about the whole goddamn family. Baby, there is a war about to begun. And there is a war going on inside of the fucking family, okay? You have Rock in the building. I mean, not in the building, but in the house that she brought. Looking at the flowers, I guess, that the realtor had gave her. Saying, welcome home, and I hope you make this, you and your family make this the best home for you, or whatever. She balls that up. And then she throws the flowers against the wall. It breaks. Next thing you know, Lou pops up and was like, yo, so I know what you did. And she was like, listen, Lou, I ain't got time for your shit right now, okay? She was like, no. So you got a part of my business or whatever? She said, bitch, I always had a fucking part of your business, okay? This goes to fucking show that everything you fucking got is mine, okay? You're renting from me, nigga. You don't have nothing. It is me. I said, oh my God, bro. I understand that you mad or whatever. Y'all was just on one accord last week, okay? When y'all took Cartier out, I said, oh, we. And I just was like, okay, can we get back to that? But at this point in time, because Raquel just got bested at her own game, with the whole Raquel thing and the whole Connect thing. So she feeling some type of way about that. Then you got Sal coming for her next, okay? And so now she just taking it out on everybody. And she just blowing up at Lou. I did not appreciate the way she had to put that shit to him. Basically, you ain't gonna be shit. Whatever the fuck it is that you trying to do outside of this dope game that we got going on with this family shit, it's not going to fucking happen because I control everything. And once you get that shit through your head, you will be fucking all right, okay? Let it the fuck go. I was just like, oh my God. She cussed his ass out. And I was just like, she cussed his ass out without cussing a little bit. And basically said, nigga, you ain't shit without me, and you ain't gonna ever be shit without me, because you ain't gonna have nothing without me, because this is all that you're gonna have. Everything that you got is what I'm giving you. I'm allowing you to have. Once you get that through your head, you will be fucking all right. I said, Lou was sitting up there on that wall like this. I said, let the tears flow. Because, shit, bitch, I was listening to it, and I said, God damn, Rock, that shit kind of hurt me. That kind of hurt my feelings. I know it hurt yours, Lulu. That's fucked up. That is so fucked up, Rock. How she still got people on her side? You supposed to lead. I mean, you want people to respect you, but god damn, you want your family to fear you too? And she was talking about the whole situation with Scrap, and she was like, the situation that you couldn't do. It was like, okay, and But I took that risk. I did that shit, and I was wrong, and I have to live with that. Did you want to have something like that on your conscience? Because it wasn't even him that was the snitch, it was his mama. I said, well, bitch, that's part of the game too. I was just sitting here like, this is too much. I don't like my family fighting like this. Big Mama is rolling over in her grave right about now, listening to y'all go through this shit. It's just a lot. Wow, we fixed one issue and now we got another one. Good gracious. Baby. Girl, this is what we was looking for throughout the whole season. I'm just saying. Okay, so Kanan had went over there to Detective Howard. That's the only place that he can go right now that can get him out of this whole situation. He was like, so you just pushed her and you just ran away? I said, hell the fuck yeah. And was like, you know what? She done figured out everything. And it was like, you know, she ain't figured out everything. And if she did, she ain't gonna go ahead and put it together, say anything until she's absolutely sure. So basically, he was like, me and your moms, we gotta come together. All of us, we gotta come together right about now. And we gotta get our story straight about how we gonna parlay this whole situation. Meanwhile, you know, you got Lou, he coming up into the studio, right? He pissed as shit. He like, fuck this. You know, Ziza on the couch, okay? She like, what's going on? And he like, no, bitch, I'm done with this. Fuck this record label. I ain't never coming back. I'm getting all my shit and I ain't never coming back. And I'm like, wait a minute. So are you saying that you never coming back to the actual, you leave it like you leaving the state of New York or whatever? And at this point, I'm just like, oh, okay. Marvin had went up into the building at the projects trying to check on everything. We see that, you know, one of the dudes or whatever, they was up in there playing craps and dice and all that shit. And the dude that was counting the money was like, y'all gotta shut the fuck up. So at this particular moment, we noticing a whole bunch of shit that's happening, right? We see Marvin getting the count, you know, checking on things. We got Lou going through his feelings, you know, and then we see Unique talking to Raquel about how he feel like the crack game is changing. The drug game is changing. Look at all the customers that's coming up in here. You know, they're all old people, old men or whatever. And it's like, it ain't a young man's game. Well, I should say crack ain't a young person's drug no more. You know, so he just feel like the tides are changing and they need to change with it. And so at this point, all of a sudden, we see Sal. He is at the bowling alley or wherever his little headquarters at. And he's a little bit too calm, right? Niggas done just came and shot up your peoples. At least 3 people done got shot. We don't know if they all died, but at least 3 of them done got shot at this particular moment. And he goes in to the little jukebox, put a song on, and I said, oh, okay. You know, and he doing his little ditty to it. Next thing you know, girl, baby, the project's getting lit the fuck up. Every place is getting lit the fuck up. I just said, oh my goodness. Pop, pop, pop. I said, niggas is coming out of nowhere, just bodies dropping. Baby, they open up the door to the dude that said I need to get the count. Them niggas that was out there playing dice, them was the first 2 to go, okay? Dude that was trying to count the money, he was the 3rd to go. Pop, pop, pop. You know, he tried to give a little back, you know what I'm saying? Roel got shot, he dead, okay? You know, of course, Unique, he had his gas, so he was doing what he had to do. He took out a couple of Italians, you know. And, they was running after Marvin, baby. Marvin came through. He was taking some dudes out, but he took a bullet to the motherfucking side. I said, God damn it, Marvin. Baby, I said, oh my God, the way that they had him going through that hallway. And I mean, when I tell you they tore the whole fucking crackhead flow up, they tore that whole flow up. Meanwhile, you know, Marvin go up onto the residential floor and he trying to get in. He was like, yo, it's Marvin, let me in. And whoever though that was that he was knocking on must have been asleep, or they said, bitch, we ain't in this shit. I hear what's going on. I'm not trying to be a part of it. And I said, that shit is so fucking dangerous. Like, what if the bullet come up through the floor and you get a civilian get hit, all because of you up here doing your illegal activities and shit? But remember the guy with the wheelchair that was talking about the elevator earlier in the season? His door was next door, and he opened up his door and told Marvin to come on in, come on in. And I said, oh, thank you, thank you. I feel like Marvin is going to be okay. At this point, I don't feel like none of the people, our people, is gone. Like the main core. I mean, even though they did came up into that record label, and you know, Lou, he kind of felt something happen. I don't know if he saw or whatever, but he told Ziza, get down, and he went behind the counter or whatever. Ziza done got gat. I'm sorry, she had to go. She had to go. I mean, it's kind of fucked up that I feel that way, but you know, I did not want her coming back for next season. Okay, bitch had to go. She was a liability. She was a distraction to Lou. That's how I feel. Meanwhile, you know, girl, Raquel is at her place. Okay, and all of a sudden we see Kenya. Kenya with this mop of a wig on her head. I said, what's going on, girl? What's happening? Why are you here? She go up there and she knock on the door, and Raquel opens up the door, and she was like, the fuck? And she said, I know this kind of awkward, but you know, mother to mother, I just want to talk to you about Jukebox. Laverne, she assaulted. I said, first of fucking all, no the fuck you not finna come up here to Raquel and talk to her about Laverne beating that nigga ass after you didn't allow her ass to get beat by the motherfuckers in that goddamn congregation. I said, are you serious, Miss Kenya? You really did not learn your lesson. Oh, but she learns her lesson now, because at this point, Raquel said, first of all, how the fuck did you get up here? Where my guys at? And I said, damn. I didn't even think of that at that moment, because throughout the whole episode, you noticed that she had her crew with her and she had bodyguards everywhere. It was at one point when she came out the house, she asked the niggas if they want something to eat. You know what I'm saying? And I said, fuck. Girl, we looked over there to the car, dead. Slouched over. Gone. I said, oh my goodness. And all of a sudden, them niggas, two of them Italians came up with a gun. Pop, 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 pop. Girl, kill your body. I said, oh shit. Oh shit. Kenya came and went. Now, see, mama, if you would have managed your own business and let bygones be bygones, and let Corey get that ass whooping, you would still be alive, okay? Now it was your time to go. Well, see, bitch, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, dude, I think she deserved death for what she did to Laverne. Not necessarily, but that was what her payback. I don't know. I don't want to play with things like that. Meanwhile, the way that they stepped over her body as she was leaking out, I said, bitch, girl, they fucked around and shot Rock in the shoulder. And then dude was like, you should have listened or whatever. I said, too much fucking talking. Just go ahead and fucking shoot the bitch if you gonna shoot her. We don't do no talking like that in real life. We just go ahead and pull the fucking trigger. Girl, she said, if you gonna pull it, do it. I said, oh. And next thing you know, we hear a gunshot. Who is it? It's Unique. Unique had shot old boy. And you know, them two looking at each other. I said, oh, what's finna happen? And was like, we on the same team. Because then he was like, South Side. I said, ee. And you hear older Kanan saying, you know, some situations you got enemies becoming friends and friends becoming enemies. So at this point, I think Rock and Unique finna be friends. Okay, for real, for real. And then you see Kanan and Detective Howell pull up, and they looking around like, what the fuck? And all four of them together like, oh, shit. I said, now Unique knows some shit. Everybody knows some shit. And then you got Detective Burke. This bitch finna be in season 3, because she gonna sit over there with her girl talking about something. If something happened to me, just know what it is or whatever. I said, bitch, it should have been you. It should have been you. But anyway, the finale was good. Definitely, ooh, everybody had to go. But y'all tell me how y'all felt about it, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.